Let's talk about seller's property disclosure. First, let me read this. Florida law requires the seller of a home to disclose to the buyer all known facts that materially affect the value of the property being sold and that are not readily observable or known by the buyer. Seller's property disclosure not only protects the buyer, it protects the seller. Because as a seller, it says you want to make sure that all material known facts are being disclosed. So that prevents if the buyer gets in the home down the line, you knew about something, covered it up, or you knew about something and just didn't say, oh, it was there, but you didn't disclose it on the sheet. This prevents lawsuits. Okay, they knew about it and they still decide to go forward. This prevents for the seller, the buyer, after they get their inspection, from coming back and trying to lowball you to stay in the contract, okay? For the buyer, it prevents you from paying costs of inspection and preparing to purchase a house and wasting time. So seller's property disclosure is so important. And what it does is lists all the things that might be wrong with the property. When you want to know if your house was leaking or a house you're about to buy is leaking, okay. So they you can answer yes, no, I don't know. Of course, we have investors that might not know their property well, or someone who just came to flip it or didn't live in the property long, or inherited the property. So there is the I don't know option. Have questions about termites, water intrusion, draining and flooding, plumbing, pools, hot tubs, and spas. And then homeowners association restriction boundaries. So all these items, they have a list of some of the important questions, and then there's even an extra page where you can add on if there's additional items, like there's a seller's update page. So again, seller's property disclosure is made to protect both the buyer and the seller, because you don't want to get into the contract or the buyer to get into the house and feel like, guess what, this seller took advantage of me, they knew something was wrong with the house, and here comes a lawsuit. So that was my little tidbit on seller's property disclosure and why it's so important. I hope that helped you.